Yo, what up, mother pluckers? Well, welcome back. Welcome back to me. To another Night Trap podcast. Back from the dead. Back in black. Back in everything. Sporting all my fucking apparently all my black. I'm like pimping today for some reason. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Today we start our fucking Shark Month. Yeah, it's not Shark Week, guys. We're gonna do a full month of shark shit. I know that you guys, it might be weird that it's like, well, it's not July yet. How can we start it? Well, fuck July. We're just doing 4 weeks of exclusively shark content or shark related content, and we'll have a giveaway at the end of said month. But anyways, with that said, today we're talking about Jaws, and we have our special guest over here or over there. I think it's over here.
No, you're always
what up?
You're always on the left side. What up, baby? It's Sucio, aka Cerberus, aka Top Boy Supreme, aka Lesbian Wolverine, aka Cobija Chan, aka ex-boyfriend of everybody's mom. Welcoming you back to another episode of Night Trap Podcast. It's nice to see my homie the Chreep coming out of the crib to actually survive. Like, I mean, we missed you, mijo. It's only been a week or two, but we already missed you, doc.
It feels like I've been out for like 2 years, bro. I came back to the dungeon. The dungeon was all like ripped apart. And I don't know.
They were already moving shit in there. They already, all right, just cover up all this shit. We're ready to fucking start anew.
They were already tagging me as dead.
See you at the crossroads. You won't be lonely.
But I'm here and we're back at it. Like I said, we're gonna do a full month of shark stuff. A full month doesn't mean like July. No, it just means 4 weeks. Basically 4 episodes of shark related shit. Oh, and even some weird episodes where we're gonna pull that out of our ass and we're gonna say that it's shark related, even though it really isn't. But
it just depends on how mad our girlfriends and wives get mad at us for our shark related episode.
You'll see the connections once you see it, and then we're gonna do an exclusive fucking giveaway, shark related. I'm not gonna say yet. At the end of the 4 episodes, we're gonna do a fucking giveaway that you guys are gonna like. This is gonna be a good one. But anyways, with that said, we're gonna start. I was talking to Sucio. We may have to start a Patreon and shit because we're starting to get a lot of merch ideas and a lot of merch stuff that we got. You know, we got our sticker right here.
We got the super cool stickers.
They're super cool sticker. We have the holographic sticker right here that just. This is new, brand new out of the box.
Brand new. Look at that merch. Look at how shiny it is. It's like a holographic. Is that a Charizard in your hand? Oh, wait, Night Trap.
So this feels like back in the 80s, you know, like remember you used to get those holographic. And then we have keychains, which I fucking forgot to bring one back over here. And we're working on some other stuff. We're working on some other stuff, but once we have all that shit set up, we may start a Patreon. We'll announce it here. We'll have all the tiers. Whatever it is, we're gonna have exclusive content. We're gonna have whatever you want.
A little bit extra for the real homies, you know, just a little bit of thank you because it's been quite an interesting ride. There's been a lot of movement on the algorithms. You know, people are watching episodes from last year that we didn't even know about. I know it surprised my homeboy, the Creep over there, where it's like, you know, one episode that had 40 views and we kind of forgot about it. All of a sudden it had 140 views. And we're like, okay, what the fuck's happening? So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being there. Night Trap Podcast. Stay sweet. Oh, wait. No, we're still doing it. You're in charge of this one, baby. I don't even know.
The Veronica episode, dude, it has become a fan favorite. Even though we're hating on that fucking shit.
You always try to get us to not hate. You're like, oh, don't be so mean. We got to cut all this shit out. No, put that shit out there, baby.
No.
We need to hear that shit.
I'm going to call the bullshit when it comes to art, to like movies and the shit we talk about. Of course, I'm going to call the bullshit. When I mean don't be negative, is don't be negative against people, actual people with actual lives. I don't give a shit about...
Hey, I'm pretty sure Glenn Danzig released a single tear for us when he saw what we said about him. I'll tell you that much.
We have a hit on our heads.
Yeah, for sure. Bring it on, baby. You know where I'm at.
You know, we're going to have some guys from New Jersey trying to get our asses.
Shit.
Dude, while in the hospital, well, if you guys didn't know, I was in the hospital. I watched all the five-star matches for WWE. Dude,
Five-star matches.
there were some fucking good ones, dude. That Adam Cole,
When is the last time there's been a 5-star match in WWE?
Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano for NXT New York, Takeover New York. Dude, that was a 5.5 match apparently.
Oh, that's I don't even count NXT for WWF anymore. Are we talking WWF or what are we talking about?
Well,
Before I start saying some crazy shit.
the last one was Hart, Hitman, Owen Hart. What? Not Owen Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the I Quit match. But anyways,
yeah, that was a really good one actually.
But anyway, we'll fucking get into that shit later on. Today we're talking sharks and we're talking fucking Jaws, baby. Because when I was in the hospital, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Jaws for whatever reason.
He just had a craving for that fin soup. He just had to have blood on his fingers.
No, you know what? You know why I want to watch it? Because a lot of people my age and I guess a little bit older than me are always telling me how Jaws is like their favorite horror movie, their scariest horror movie, and their like just favorite movie like ever.
First of all, you're my age, so who are these people? Who's saying this?
Like I hear on podcasts and shit, dude. They're always like, "Oh, my favorite movie is Jaws." Like, "Oh, my favorite movie is Jaws." Like, it's perfect and whatever. Even though like Steven Spielberg thought it was gonna be like this big flop because apparently the fucking model of the shark looked like shit, which he does. He does.
Brucey. Shout out, my homie Brucey.
But like this movie went through so much fucking trouble. I think there's a documentary on it, right? Like on how the fucking and how he had to get rid of like a bunch of shots of the shark, which at the end of the day
worked for him. So I mean, okay, I'm a little confused about this episode just because I thought we were gonna talk about one shark related thing and not Jaws. So please start us out because I want to know where you're gonna take this direction. I need to give me a little direction.
Well, Jaws is
a baby. This is real.
Jaws is a 70 some shit.
78? I think it's 78 or 77.
1978. Let's just say 1978. If we're wrong, fuck you. 1978 movie, directed by Steven Spielberg. One of his first like really big movies. And it's,
I think it was his breakaway film.
And it's basically, it's a slasher film, but the slasher is a shark. So the thing that I guess that separates this movie from other slasher films is that it's not all about teenagers. This one's about families. This one's about a town, being attacked by this fucking shark. This one is about, fucking having your fucking priorities straight and not money in the mind. I think it has like multiple messages of like, oh fuck you, basically of what's happening today. It relates to what's happening today, dude.
I was gonna say, I think you picked the perfect movie for what's about to happen because we're about to get quarantined again. Probably by the time this episode releases, it's gonna be another quarantine. But you're very right. I think this film hit a lot of things on the head back in the 1970s. I don't know why people saying my age, because I mean this movie is way before our age. This is like 10 years before we were fucking born.
It is, but the thing is that we're the ones that like started watching this movie when it came out in videotape, dude. We were the ones that were like, "What's this fucking movie about a shark?" Like I don't know. I guess we just like grabbed it and like fucking ran with it, whatever reason. I don't know, dude. But I mean, it's a fucking great movie. I'm not gonna fucking lie. It's a great movie because, especially if you see the sequels, you realize, how much of a masterpiece this was compared to the
other. I remember it being said that it was one of the indie films of its time that, set a precedence for what became eventual horror. Now, a lot of people say, okay, this is a horror film, and I get it, but really, it's based on suspense. And like you said earlier, where they had to cut the actual close-ups because they look so stupid. But what happened is that it forced Spielberg to do two things: to frame the shots a certain way, to create a level of suspension, of suspense that was dragging. You were being led in slow. You knew when that beautiful little violin came out, or was it a cello? I think it was a cello, right? Whenever you heard that cello, you knew something was going to happen, and then it stopped. and then you're like, oh, okay, the shark is gone, and then all of a sudden, wham, it grabs you. I think Spielberg did some of the most academic work there that now it's studied. Obviously, we're talking about it close to 60 years. I think it's 50 something, 55 years now. You know, we're almost gonna hit 60. This movie's gonna be 60 years old of all things. I can't even fucking believe that. 1975, 77. What does this fucking thing say? I can't even read. But no, you're right. Especially for right now, where we're dealing with greedy bureaucrats that want to reopen shit just because everybody's gonna get mad at them because they can't pop their fireworks on 4th of July.
Dude,
You know,
that mayor is Trump, bro. That mayor is straight up Donald Trump. Just fucking no. Like, I'm not gonna close the beach just because people are gonna die. I don't give a shit. Like, we need money, bro. And I'm just like, God damn it, because this is one of the things that hits me about this movie that makes this movie scary to me. Because I don't think it's like scary per se, where I'm like, oh, I can't go to sleep or I can't go into the water. Maybe when I was a kid, but now, what like makes it like fucking like kind of scary is that fucking kids die, bro. Like that families, like that fucking moment when you see I think it's the mayor, and he tells the old guy, he's like, hey, get into the beach, and he gets up with grandma and you know the two other kids. Like, to me, I'm like, fuck, dude, like basically sending the elderly and the youngsters,
the weak, yeah, to
straight
die
in,
first.
and I'm like, God, like that fucking hit me. I was like, dude, like that fucking sucks, you know, like. And then when the kid dies, spoiler alert, fucking movie from Thursday. But when the kid dies and the lady's like, "Where's my son? Like, where's Alex? Where's my son?" And everybody has their children except for her. I'm like, fuck, dude, like that shit fucking sucks. And for the
Well,
cop, which I forgot his name. What's the name of the cop, dude?
Ellery, something with an L.
Well,
Mallory.
well,
Mallory.
everybody's turning on him because they think that he's the one that has control over closing the beach. And he's been wanting to close the beach from the beginning of the fucking movie. But asshole mayor doesn't want to because he doesn't want to lose money. And
You know,
it's just, I don't know. It's just, go
if
ahead,
you,
bro.
if you really look at this film from a film cinephile perspective, from somebody who, you know, personally I appreciate plays as much as I appreciate films. It has a very traditional 3-act story where the first one is the setup, the second one is the actual attack, or you know what becomes the terror itself, and then the third one is the revenge.
The hunting.
You know, obviously they go for the hunt. The hunt begins. So you know, you have a very traditional story that took elements from Psycho, as well as, you know, including elements from werewolf movies, because that's what it was. Is that, you know, back in the days, you weren't just gonna reveal the werewolf immediately. You were gonna very slowly show an arm, a leg. You're gonna show some like a mangled body. I think it
Blood in the
harkened back to
water.
what blood, obviously, and it wasn't as gory as we see now. You know, we see stupid shit now. The other day I saw Sharkopus versus Pterodactyl. So, you know, to see how far what Jaws created, where it not only created a mutant creature that's fighting another mutant creature, but now that's a whole series within itself, because we love the formula. And this is really the standard. If you want to say scary shark movies or whatever, open water movies, it's going to be Jaws. The way Cujo is for fucking dogs is the way Jaws is for sharks, right?
Well, and this movie too, left a one-liner that everybody remembers, and a lot of people don't even know where it's from. Where it's just, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Just because, you know, during the movie, when they realize that the shark is actually a 25 feet great white, they're like, holy crap, like it's a huge fucking shark, dude. And now, like, watching the Meg or some shit like that, like, which is like probably like a 50-footer, it's like ridiculous.
It's like 1,000 feet long. You know, it's some ridiculous shit.
It turned into like,
it's a kaiju.
So at least, like, with Jaws, it was believable, you know, like, oh, this could happen. Like, you know, there could be a shark that's 20 feet. You know, you never knew when you were in the water, at least in these times, like, oh shit, a shark's gonna get me like that. And I think that's
almost the Rick and Morty community standard, where it's like, you know, obviously you were given the techniques you had back in 77 or whatever, right? You couldn't really do too much. You didn't have CGI, you didn't have anything. And it forced Spielberg to it forced him to really cut off the fat. And it's a long movie as it is, right? I think it's a little bit close to 2 hours. I think it's a little bit over 2 hours. Is it close to 2 hours?
To me,
What?
it didn't feel like that. I don't even know how long it is, but it didn't feel so long because for reals, dude, I was entertained throughout the whole movie. I haven't seen it since I was little, I think, and I was fucking entertained. Like everything was kind of like what's happening. You kind of want to know what's up with the cop, you know, and his kid and his wife, because he's like really worried, you know, about the kid, because he's even it relates so much to coronavirus. But it says like when he's telling the mother, the wife, he's telling like, hey, get our kid away from the fucking pier. Can you just please tell him to come over here because he knows there's something out there that's killing kids, you know? And the wife says like, so now what? Like he's never gonna be able to go into the water because he's always gonna be afraid of like, you know. And he's like, no, that's not what I want. And it's like almost exactly mirroring what today is happening. Like we don't want people to be scared of going out, but yet there's this fucking monster out there, you know, fucking killing people slowly. And
An unseen monster that we cannot deny, that we cannot say doesn't, because there's bodies everywhere, right? So there's obviously a death count, and we're still pretending like it's not real.
And it's happening in Jaws. Like people are just like, I don't give a fuck. Like we're just gonna get into the water. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna celebrate 4th of July. Like who gives a shit, you know? And then fucking Hooper, which is the scientist guy, the guy that knows everything about the sharks, the guy that
shout out my homie Dreyfuss, Richard.
Yeah,
Dreyfuss.
dude, Richard Dreyfuss, really young in this fucking movie.
Yeah, for sure.
with his Jufro, but that fucker, he's like super smart. And at the beginning, I thought like, I'm gonna hate
Israelite.
I'm gonna hate this guy. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking hate this guy because he's like a nerd. Nah, he's really likable. When they're getting drunk in the boat, like he's getting into it. You know, they're singing songs. And then
I was gonna bring up that moment right there. And I think, like I was saying earlier about plot points. You know, I'm a writer. I really appreciate it when people follow a certain stance when it comes to film, and you automatically know when they start talking about their past, when they start talking about their ex-wives and their divorces, that these motherfuckers are about to die, because you're not given a connection, an emotional connection to people until some horrible shit happens in any movie and any film. Anytime a bad guy starts explaining his backstory, anytime a hero starts fucking having a flashback, I'm like, fuck, something terrible is about to happen. And Jaws is the perfect example of that, where they're drinking, they're fucking relaxing, they're trying to unwind, because what's gonna happen next? Fucking terror and violence are gonna ensue on the high seas.
It's basically the what do they call it? The fucking the calm before the storm. It's basically, you know, that moment when the fucking soldiers are fucking hitting Normandy Beach, and it's fucking like silent, and everybody's just like there talking, whatever, and then all of a sudden it's fucking chaos. It's kind of that moment. And you really feel for this guy, because at the beginning you just think he's like some fucking drunk that wants $10,000 just to fucking kill this fucking shark or whatever. But then you realize that in his backstory, he really like hates fucking sharks because they basically just obliterated everybody in his company of men when he was in I think it's Pearl Harbor.
I think so.
And basically like just the Japanese and sharks fucking took away everybody that he knew and shit, and he just has
what an interesting point, where I mean, I'm sure that story is real. I'm sure people who really did get sunk in warships have to fight sharks off with their bare hands. I mean, we've read, I mean, I like to see, you know, survivor stories of people who made it out alive, and you hear what people went through, and that's not far from the truth. Like, I think a lot of these situations are very real. I think that's why it carries over almost 50-something years later, where you can sit here and say, like, dang, like, that's really messed up. Like, 47 years later, sorry. But it's one of those things where, you know, we can relate to it now, not just for a virus in general, but just the way people are with each other. You know, you really kind of don't understand each other until you give each other a chance to sit down and talk, and hopefully break bread with your fellow man and listen to their side of the story, why they hate fucking sharks or whatever the fuck, because it's not just one thing or another. I think this film is great on so many levels, and thank you for bringing it up, because I would have never suggested Jaws, but you're the hunter. That's why you're the hunter.
It's a little. I mean, I feel like it's a little overrated sometimes. But once you get to watch the movie, like again after fucking years, you like really get to appreciate like just like the cinematography, the fucking actors are like amazing, bro. Like first you feel like, oh, they're kind of cartoony, but when it starts getting real, you're like, holy shit, like. And then you feel for all these families, this cop that just basically just wants everybody to be like, come on, like just. And then it seems that
come on, guys, please listen, guys, okay?
Why can everybody love everybody?
Why?
But it seems like he's gonna be like this badass guy, but it turns out that he's just like this guy trying to survive, dude. And yeah, at the end fucking shot, basically like. It's like this explosion and shit. This grand finale of a fucking of an ending that happens, which if you guys don't know, the fucking boat the boat starts sinking after Hooper gets into the cage, and they think that and that's where you see the big fucking puppet like going, but they think that Hooper fucking died because they can't find him anymore. So they're like, well, he died. And then the fucking shark starts eating pieces of the boat and starts sinking it. And that's where you see, this guy, the old guy, get eaten alive by Jaws.
That's a great moment. And you were saying earlier that it's some of the people's favorite film, and you're describing why exactly. It's like it's an action movie. It's a horror movie. It's a movie about family. It's a movie about corruption. It's all these things together, which is insane. Like it's insane that such a cheap, considered a cheapy movie back in a risk, because Jaws was a book. A lot of people don't realize that Jaws was a book written more in the perspective of the shark than the people. Like, there's a lot of pages where it's just the fucking shark swimming around the water and saying that it's looking for something, it can't find anything that will satisfy it. Nothing will satisfy it until it starts eating people, which is really strange that a book would fucking say that shit, of all fucking things. Anyways.
But fucking Jaws, like, I don't know, like he does seem like a fucking scary monster, I think to me it feels a lot like the monsters from back in the day, dude, from Universal Monsters, like you didn't get to see them until later on, and then you got to see them little by little, and then at the end it's like, oh, here it is, bitch. Like, whoa. And
here's the ugly ass puppet of the creature that looks fucking stupid.
You could see the wrinkles of the fucking plastic. But
where the hand is moving in.
But I mean, I still think it's pretty great. If you get it in HD Blu-ray, you're probably gonna see more of the fucking details of that shit. But it's a great movie. I think they have it on HBO Max right now. But I mean, if you don't have it, you probably have it. If you're a fucking cinephile, like you say, this movie is very important. I think it's an important movie for lots of reasons, not just because of Steven Spielberg, but all the actors, all the techniques used in this movie. I mean, I've heard, like you said, I've heard them say that they use this movie in film class, to fucking teach how to do editing, dude, how to do proper fucking like mysterious monster fucking angles and shit.
I mean, I think because as us as horror fans, right, we want to see more. I think I love gore as much as I love suspense, and I think this film is definitely a very much a prototype to how it should be. It's one little bit here, a fucking pool here, a camera angle here, and that's all you need. You don't need a lot. You don't need a huge scary creature. It doesn't have to be the end of the world, because this isn't the end of the world.
No,
But
and it's in a little town.
But it definitely feels like something that somebody across the world can relate to. It's somebody down in South America can, because it's something that's you can't see anything. The ocean is what is it covering 80-something% of the earth, and we still don't even discover most of that shit. But can you imagine what
There's a lot of animals and shit. Yeah, there's a lot of animals and creatures that we don't, like Loch Ness monsters out there. Ah!
And let me tell you, if they're delicious, we're coming after them, boy.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, we're eating them cockroaches and them.
We're omnivores, baby. Everybody's getting on the plate. I don't give a fuck. If we can't ride you, we're gonna eat you.
The other day we were eating crab, and I was like playing with the legs and with the fucking pincers, and I was like, "You see this shit? This is just like fucking scorpion pincers."
It's a spider, dog. It's a spider, my guy.
We're just eating insects, and you're like, "Shut up, shut up." And hey, they're delicious, man. Put some butter on that shit.
Every time I go to Red Lobster for the fucking all-you-can-eat shrimp, I realize I'm eating cockroaches from the sea, and I don't really give a fuck, quite frankly.
They're delicious, bro. Because they turn nice and pink when you boil.
I want to see a cockroach turn that color.
Fucking your mouth's watering. Shit. Fucking, we're eating dolphins, bro. We're eating dolphins. We don't even know it.
We don't even know that's an actual intelligent creature. That's a mammal within our own genus Animalia. We still eat those motherfuckers. We don't care.
They're putting in tuna. The only other animal that enjoys sex, the only other animal that has feelings, that falls in love and shit, and we're eating it. Fuck it. Let's eat it, bro.
That's what I always said. I think that's why aliens don't come to Earth, because they know that if they land here,
and they're delicious,
we're fucking or we're fighting. It's either one or the other. And if we gotta fight you, we're gonna eat you. That's it.
Yeah, you know there's some assholes there in the fucking where they're like fucking dissecting that just like accidentally goes like and they're like, oh shit, this is like this is the most delicious.
This ET tastes like gravy, baby.
It feels like in that Simpsons episode, dude, in the Treehouse of Horror, where they like taste the fucking
Gunther?
Gunther. And they just start eating them. Yeah, that's fucking.
Why am I covered in barbecue sauce?
Why are you basting me? It's fucking.
So just to make it clear, me and the creep would eat Jaws in a fucking second. We don't give a fuck. I will eat the shit out of Jaws. I know shark fin soup is considered like some crazy fucking delicacy in other countries, but in this country, the best thing we have is the Jaws
sushi, bro.
Pop game with a fucking with a chase release. So if anybody sees the Jaws Funko with the chase, please message me, because I actually kind of want that, because we played that game the other time, and that's one of the lost episodes.
Patreon. I'll throw it in there.
Throw it in.
Anyways, we were throwing it. You fucking cheater! You're a cheater.
Nah, fuck no. You're a fucking. I was telling you what's up.
I was saying that we're both calling cheaters to each other.
Well, we got that episode to prove where we both fucked up. Like
it's when I fucking got sick. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's the first time.
It was when the fucking Starbucks just made me sick. It fucking, that monster in me just fucking. But I mean, with Jaws, there's many Jaws inspired. Jaws inspired a lot of things aside from Sharknado, Sharktopus. All these shark movies. The Man.
Oh, we get to talk about the other one. If we're gonna talk about another one in the respect of Jaws, the only one that I really can pull out is Deep Blue Sea in 1998.
Hello, Cool, bro. Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo.
Jennifer. No, J-Lo wasn't in that one.
She wasn't. She was, dude.
No, it was another lady. What's her name? She's one of the Arquettes. God damn, I just saw it the other day. I'm sorry. Samuel Jackson is in it, and not only is it one of those things, but it's one of those movies where the African American characters are straight up saying like, "Fuck, I don't want to die first," as long as I don't fucking die first, I don't give a fuck. And
No,
you know,
Jennifer Lopez was an
spoiler alert,
anaconda. That's why I was like,
she wasn't. You're thinking about Ice Cube and J Lo, but God, what's the name of that lady? She's a famous actress too. But yeah, that's another stacked movie that has giant
Samuel L.
sharks.
Jackson, bro.
Samuel Jackson. I just saw it the other day, but I guess I was all fucking high as fuck and I don't remember. But don't do drugs, kids. Only when you get 35. But yeah, I think that's one of those movies where it came in and it respected the Jaws formula very much, where it was a 3-act play. It set itself up perfectly.
It was a little
wasn't-
campier.
It was a little campier, you're right. But after fucking Jaws 3D The Revenge, I don't think we can, if you want to get into Jaws movies, are we going to talk about 1, 2, or 4?
Well,
Because we don't even talk about fucking 3. Fuck
well, it
3.
was Jaws. Jaws 2 is the revenge. Jaws 3 is Jaws 3D. Fucking.
That was the
I mean, it just started turning into like most horror movies. You know how they turn into like campier and campier as it goes to the point where you're just like, yeah, I don't give a shit about this movie anymore.
It's almost like it's set up the way Jason movies are.
Yeah.
If you want to really talk about something like Jason in the first one was kind of really weird, and then you get into the second one, Baghead, and by the time you get into 3, you already know what you're getting. You already know what you're expecting. So I
mean,
think
he
they went
finds a
too
hockey
big
mask
budget.
and like, what? That's like,
Yeah.
All right. I guess.
Wasn't the third one was in SeaWorld, right?
No, the third one is
was
where
like-
it's where they're in the barn and shit. Remember, it's where the punks are fucking.
No, mijo.
Jaws.
Jaws. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I think the third one is in SeaWorld.
If I see Jason versus Shamu versus fucking Ash from the Evil Dead, that's perfect, dog. That's next summer's fucking blockbuster right there.
Versus like some ghost or some shit. We need to put some ghosts in there.
Hey, did you see that shit that they said that Jason is actually a Deadite?
I believe it, dude.
I fucking read that shit somewhere. That it was
Remember-
in the same universe as the Evil Dead.
It should be Jaws versus Ghost Ship. Remember his Ghost Ship? Yeah, that movie's
Jaws versus the Abyss versus fucking Sharktopus 2 versus Cthulhu versus Godzilla.
There's a Sharknado. Sharknado's the worst out of these movies, dude. I don't even know why. Fuck Sharknado, bro. But
that's look. Everybody loves movies like that, like The Birds and all that shit. I get it. Not The Birds, the original Alfred Hitchcock Bird. That's fine. That's fantastic. We love that one.
So,
but you get the one from whatever, like, oh my god, please don't.
So my review of Jaws, basically, I mean, I praised it from here to fucking hell, but fucking my fucking rating for this movie is I'm gonna say a 9.5 out of 10, bro, and I'm not gonna give it a 10 just because of the fucking whole puppet shit, which yeah, it was a mistake that like maybe they didn't have the money. It's not really their fault, it's not really Steven Spielberg's fault. He did the most of what he could with what he had, and oh boy, did he fucking deliver, bro, because it could have been a fucking like dumbass movie that nobody remembers, and it became one of the most beloved movies ever in the history of fucking cinema. So 9.5 out of 10. I'm only deducting the 0.5 because stupid puppet shark, but that's it, just because of that. 9.5 out of 10, bro.
Okay. This is a rare moment in fucking Night Trap history where
what's gonna happen?
Anything above 9 from the creep, and anything from the creep and sucio is something. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Whoa,
Just
shit!
be honest. You could, whether in 100 years, whether in 50 years, you're gonna be able to watch this movie and say, okay, this is a point in time in history. You're gonna be able to get completely taken by it. You're gonna be able to be sucked in by it, and not only that, but it inspired so much. And like you said right now, shout out to Steven Spielberg. Shout out to all the actors who made this film. It's really the cinematographers. You're talking about people who were obviously being paid nothing, who somehow made a masterpiece that's gonna enduring. If you have a time capsule of the greatest films of all time, top 100, Jaws is gonna be in there, a huevo, for sure. There's no way about it. Jaws is a classic. You're gonna watch it. It's not gonna be streaming anywhere because they always take it off of fucking streaming every time it's 4th of July. So make sure you stream it now whenever you're watching this because it's probably gonna be like $2.99 then. But
Buy
yeah,
it,
10
buy
out
it
of
on
10
fucking
sucio.
Blu-ray, bro. There's a Blu-ray that's like $7, dude, at Walmart. Get
Yeah.
that shit, bro. Maybe it doesn't have
Absolutely.
all the documentary bullshit, but you don't need that shit. All you need
You don't need that.
is a fucking movie, bro. Like
The
this
film
is
speaks for itself. It's one of the rare gems that still exists. I think you can rarely find a person that's gonna be like, oh fuck Jaws. Maybe because they're scared of water or some shit. But yeah, Jaws to me, up there. It's up there in the pantheon of films.
creature feature, bro. But anyways,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
there's other things that came out that were Jaws inspired, which we're gonna talk about in the subsequent episodes, right?
Mhm.
But I just wanted to mention them just so that because these are the ones that we're gonna talk about only a little bit because Jaws
Well,
Unleashed.
you gotta tell me because you haven't told me. Let me fucking write it down real fast. You
Jaws
haven't told me
Unleashed,
what
bro.
the schedule is.
Jaws Unleashed.
Jaws Unleashed.
Jaws Unleashed is one of the best fucking Jaws
Oh, the game. Oh, yeah.
video
yeah,
games
yeah.
that came out for PlayStation 2 and Xbox. We might talk a little bit about that one. I actually have a copy of it. Jaws for NES, which is a piece of shit game, but we're still gonna talk about it. I don't want to get
We
into
still
it.
gotta
Though.
talk about it.
I'm not gonna get into it. It's just
Okay.
a little preview.
Okay.
We're
Tell
gonna
me.
talk about Hungry Shark Evolution, which is a Ubisoft game for the phone, for Switch, for Xbox, for PlayStation 4. Pretty good game. It's free on the phone if you want to play it. Of course, it has advertisements and shit, but check it
I was
out.
playing a little bit of it because you told me I was playing a little bit of that, so we're gonna talk about that.
And there's a new version of that that's a little campier. It's a little bit more like a little bit more jokey, called I think Shark World Evolution or World Shark, something like that. It's on the phone too.
Okay.
It's free and you can get it. It's the same play style, same everything, just a little better. So we're gonna talk some of that shit. We're gonna talk about the newer release Maneater because totally inspired by Jaws. They call Jaws in the movie a man-eater. So
Yeah.
it's just straight up Jaws, bro. Like, but from the perspective of the shark, like the book it was supposed to be about. So we'll talk man-eater. And then, bro, we have some special fucking episodes that you're going to see. We're going to talk Matando Cabos.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the relation to sharks there yet until we have that I'm just preparing people, bro. And we're going to talk about some other shit. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, how dare you? Hey, I'm a part of this, and I don't even know what's happening. Walking in blind, baby.
And then at the end of the month, we're gonna have exclusive motherfucker man-eater video game giveaway, bro. We're gonna give away
right, baby.
a copy of Man-Eater of your choice. You can have PlayStation, you can have PC. You can have fucking Xbox One if you want. There's none for Switch, I'm sorry, but you can pick if you win, you pick your shit. We send you the code. You fucking play that shit and tell us what you think. But I'm gonna be fucking revealing the contest and the rules as we go with this episode so that we do it good because I don't want some half-ass bullshit like we usually do. But
Trust me, dog. We did something for the Montecillo Records giveaway on EP Culture Beat. Shout out, homies. But dude, I had to literally explain it to motherfuckers, and then that's when people actually so we're gonna give you an explanation. We're gonna talk about Maneater. That's this month's giveaway, baby. You know, you gotta thank the Chreep for coming up with that one because you know he's the main man in charge over here. I'm glad to have you back. I thought you were already signing us off. I was already ready to fucking take over.
Anyway. Oh, we are.
Oh, shit, what?
We are gonna sign up because we have 5 minutes left, bro.
Okay, no, let's fucking cut it. All right, 10 out of 10.
What? Remember, guys. Remember, we got the stickers. Hit us up, bro.
Yeah.
Whoever wins is gonna get probably a set of stickers, some fucking keychain, and the game. So.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna throw it out there. We have a couple of unboxings that I might do maybe in the middle of this. We don't know, but I want Sucio back over here because this fucking Star Wars machine is fucking itching to be fucking open, bro.
I think. Look, I already tested negative. I'm gonna go get tested again, just to fucking do it, cause you downloaded, you did that DLC that we gotta talk about. I still want to talk about that. We gotta do we gotta do that other one. So you know what I mean. Like we're itching to get back. This summer season, baby, Night Trap, summer fucking series. We're coming at you. Stay sweet, don't change. Have a great summer. Keep in touch. Sign us out, mijo, please.
Later, bitches. Remember to fucking like us and fucking on Facebook. Remember to fucking share, fucking subscribe, like
subscribe.
the video.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, just because that helps up numbers. You can get 1,000 shares, but it doesn't matter if you don't have a YouTube like subscriber. People are crazy like that. Do us a favor, like us on YouTube. Please follow. If you follow us on Instagram, I'm always sharing memes and stupid shit. If you follow on Facebook, I'm always sharing like weird articles. So please follow us on the social medias. Stay in contact with us. Stay sweet, don't change.
Follow us on Instagram. All the new shit comes out there. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later. Bye, bitches.
I'm a motherfucking shark, y'all. The calamity of amity. Battle me, that'll see you becoming a casualty. Yep, I'm the great white one. Unstoppable gobbler of bait like chum. These orcas are nothing, compare them to me. Even Chief Brody is scared of the sea. Now I dare you to pee, cause it's not classy. I'll leave you legless with my shot glass teeth. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women, stringing me up, netting you 10 grand of winnings. Quint's mutton chops must have blurred your view, cause he ain't killed nothing since World War II. I eat lilos and naked bitches, while this doofus Dreyfus is taking pictures. Got a gut full of license plates, and I'm still a little peckish, so I buy your cage. You're gonna need a bigger boat. You're gonna need a bigger boat. You're gonna need a bigger boat. Tie me to a barrel and I still won't float.